Kahalayum, La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachakodash. Double honors unto the apostles of GMS who rule well, who I learned this truth from, and salutations and blessings to you hopeful elect. Coming back in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachakodash. This is an article entitled Polyester is Dangerous and Bad for Your Health. And this lesson is going to deal with just certain aspects of how, we're just in hell, man. This is hell. And this is also going into the wisdom of the laws, statutes, and the commandments. All right, matter of fact, I'm going to start there. This is it, man. This is why we have these laws. It's used to it's to show that we're separate from these people. But herein, these laws is wisdom. All right. This is Deuteronomy 4 and 6. It says, "Keep therefore." It's like I'm gonna start at verse 5. "Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding." Right? So that's denoting what? That belongs to a specific people. It's yours. It's not everybody's. Here, Most High is setting a distinction right here, a division. "For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people." And this is why we're living in one of the most completely friggin' retarded times of society ever, man. Because you have these people making fun of, the scriptures. And then when we talk about certain laws, like for example, even this is for the younger brothers, right? When coming in, you might ask yourself, okay, so why is there a law that says I can't wear mixed fabric? Now noted, right? You got to note this, that we're in hell, we're in Babylon the Great, and the majority of your clothing is what? It's mixed fabric. Okay, and what you're gonna find out is even some of the fabrics are fabricated or artificial. They're not real, and they're actually detrimental to your health. Esau's a piece of shit, right? Esau's a piece of shit that he set this thing up to where, look, he wants to pocket, make a lot of profit, and at the same time get rid of you people, right? Two for one. For him, that's a hard on, so to speak. For him, that's a great goal, and that's what he's been doing, right? But back to the article, right? So it says, "Did you know that high-end hotels use 100% cotton bedding so your body can regulate its temperature and you sleep more soundly instead of using a cheaper cotton polyester blend like low-end motels use?" And that's 100% true. And that's something that my mother told me in the world years ago. She always told me about cotton. She said, get cotton, use cotton. When you're sleeping, even in your clothes, the cotton, it helps you cool down. And that's the thing that America, you think about America, how much of that resource cotton, right? How much money that generated, man, from the free labor of Jake. And why was it used everywhere? Now you have a bunch of foolishness that they use. But did you hear what it said? It said the cotton bedding, it works with your body, okay? And it's not some mystery, because the scriptures tell you all things come from the waters, right? From the earth, and all things turn to the earth once again. So we're of the earth, and we're made up of the earth, right? We have, what did they say, 108 minerals or something like that makes up our whole body. So you have copper, iron, gold, silver as well. You got trace minerals of that. Potassium, magnesium, these are all minerals that are found in the earth. So obviously it's natural to understand that if you use something that's 100% from the earth, it's going to work with your body. But these devils, they mix it, because obviously it's that point, the point I made about a 2 for 1. It's cost effective, and it's detrimental to your health. It says, when Saddleback Leather was asked by our Texas governor to manufacture personal protective equipment instead of leather, we started using cotton. The more I peppered our weaver about fabric, the more I started digging into the quality behind it. Along that, I learned the ills of polyester and thought what has helped me may help you too. Polyester is hated by everybody except for cheap clothing and bedding manufacturers and the people who peddle it. It is the filler to cheap fabric as sawdust is to cheap dog food. Corn syrup is to cheap honey, or lard is to cheap peanut butter. And these are all, by the way, these are all additives that are found in these foods. Sawdust is a common ingredient in food, right? But guess what? It's not labeled as sawdust. It's labeled as cellulose. When you see something that has cellulose in it, it's a filler, usually from sawdust, right? It can be found in mainly like powdered products like coffee or grounded coffee, right? That's why if you do drink coffee, it's better to get it raw, right? And then you grind the beans yourself. But anyway, it says down here it says we can't go live in a cave, but we can use less polyester when there's an option. By the way, microfiber is polyester and nylon together, right? And that's big right now, right? You go to certain stores and you got certain clothing that they term now not polyester, they term it as microfiber, and it's like, oh, it's very good for your skin, and what do they say, it controls the sweat and the moisture, and it's like for brothers that are brothers that work out, and you buy workout gear, whether it's underwear or undershirts or rash guards or long sleeve, whatever, right? And they'll market it as, oh, microfiber, but that's a mix of foolishness in itself, because polyester shouldn't really exist. It says, look at this, man. Miscarriages are tied to polyester underwear, according to this National Institute of Health study. Another of their studies talk about just using polyester garments for men as a 100% effective contraceptive. Do you hear this madness? Bro, this man is killing you. He's killing your manhood. Never mind the chemtrails, man. Never mind the EMF radiation, or the chemicals in your food, or the garbage that's filled in your mind whenever you watch certain programs or see advertisements. Yo, man, this man is a real devil, man. And guess what? Them socks are polyester too. This man got everything, right? And that's why when you try to go out and then I'm gonna go try to get some 100% cotton, unless you can find a I'll say like a closer source than the third party that gets it from directly where it's made, you're gonna be paying significantly more, not a little more, right? I'm talking about to get your pair, your pairs of socks as cotton, your underwear, your undershirts, certain things that you just put on your body directly. But man, reading this, especially underwear, bro. Listen, this is crazy, right? It says more studies show it can cause infertility in women and sterility and impotence in men. They're killing your manhood daily, okay? Did you know a lot of Hanes and Fruit of the Loom men's and women's underwear are 80% plus polyester fabric? Other studies and scientists say that polyester can be toxic and to keep babies away from it. Check this out. Skin exposure to polyester can cause rashes, itching. I get these things. Now I understand. Because I used to get these things because the fabrics will be mixed. And brothers, man, the point I'm trying to make is the polyester shouldn't even exist. It's not like they're just breaking the law of mixing the fabric with two natural fabrics. They're mixing basically artificial fabrics, man, which is already a detriment. Crazy. Redness, eczema, dermatitis, blistering. Yo, why do you think there's so many people with eczema, dermatitis, and all these kind of skin problems? So you see, it's not even about, sometimes internally you got to fix your gut, right? Your gut microbiome, your digestive system, right? or your liver, maybe a liver detox to fix some skin issues, but it's what you wear. It says blistering or make existing skin problems worse for those with sensitive skin, which a lot of people do have. And it's not even about sensitive, because these things are just we're just overly exposed to a lot of toxicity. Up to 3 days later, heat releases polyester chemicals like antimony oxide SB203, which is used to make polyester and is a known carcinogen. What is a carcinogen? A cancer-causing agent. Right? With body heat, it is partially dissolved with sweat and absorbed by the skin, because your skin is your largest organ, right? Your lymphatic system, which is you have two rivers, I'll say, in your body, right? You have the river of life, which is your blood, right? Your blood circulates all throughout your body, and you have the river of death, or I'll say waste, right? Which is your lymphatic system, which is why you sweat. And you have sweat glands and lymph nodes where sweat comes out, and therein toxins come out. But a lot of people's lymphatic system is blocked up, so all that toxicity stays in your damn system. It says, with body heat, it is partially dissolved with sweat and absorbed by the skin. It can cause heart, liver, kidney, and skin ailments when the polyester gases are inhaled. Formaldehyde and other perfluorochemicals, PFCs, can cause lung problems and headaches. The American Academy of Pediatrics wrote about the seriousness of PFCs. Kids' pajamas with polyesters are terrible for them too. A huge study in New Zealand found fire retardants in 200,000 crib mattresses were the cause of sudden infant death syndrome. They have some of the same chemical gases as polyester. This is hell, man. This is fucking hell. Okay? Polyester in pillows and bedding is a huge cause of insomnia, headaches, fatigue, and bad rest, since it doesn't let your body regulate its temperature. High-end hotels, that was the point in the beginning. So it says this diagram of polyester and how it's made shows how truly dangerous and cancerous it can be. As you see, so basically what you're going to find out is polyester, it's a petroleum product, as you see right here, crude oil. Okay, it's actually a petroleum based product, but these devils, man. Polyester is one of the most polluting fabrics on earth, according to this British university, this EPA report, the American Chemical Society, and this Forbes article, and these are links you can click. It says if you're into global warming, get out of polyester. It takes up to 200 years to decompose. It can be recycled, but it costs too much, so it isn't. Up to 700,000 polyester microplastic fibers come off in each hot wash, and 60% of those make it to the rivers, the ocean, and into seafood. Microplastics account for 85% of man-made material found along the ocean shores. And who is to blame? You damn devils, man. Okay, you really the Rockefeller family, if you want to pinpoint, because at the turn of the century they were at the forefront of petroleum products, petrol products, right? Which is comes from what they term fossil fuel, which is no such thing as a fossil fuel. That's another artificial term. But anyway, that was the point on that. And this is something that brothers should know. This is our wisdom, brothers, you know. Let me try to find that. Alright, this is Deuteronomy 22:11. It says, "Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, as of woolen and linen together." Now, linen and wool, they're amazing fabric, man. If you get a wool hat, you know how warm that is, or a wool sweater. If you get linen shorts or linen pants or linen shirt, you just know how that feels, man. It feels amazing. It feels crisp. You feel good, man. You know, you got some linen shorts and a linen shirt in the summer, you feel nice. Now, mixing these two natural products, natural garments, natural material, is still against the law. How much more polyester and some other madness, which are not even natural, you know? Just a side note. So this is another article. This is from Russia Today, published July 27th. Another cause of dementia exposed by research. Air pollutants may get to lungs and bloodstream, affecting the brain and cause cognitive decline, a UK government review suggests. Air pollution is a likely cause of dementia and overall cognitive decline in elderly people. Major new research carried out on behalf of the UK government and released on Monday suggests. It says the Committee on the Medical Effects of Air Pollutants came to its conclusion after examining almost 70 studies in human populations which were looking for links between air pollution and diminished mental abilities. It is likely that air pollution can contribute to a decline in mental ability and dementia in older people. Now they have to say that likely, but we understand. They did they came out with a research paper like about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, about how air pollutants also, air pollution causes diabetes type 1, which, if you know the difference, type 1 is the worst you can have, you know, because, and that's funny because there's actually a type 3, which is dementia, right? They don't talk about that, but type 1, I would say, is really bad because you actually need a source of insulin, right? And you got to pay for that. People got to pay for that, which is it's not cheap. It is not cheap, and you need that every few days, right? You need, because that's a hormone that your body is supposed to produce from the pancreas. So that study found that air pollution contributed directly to your pancreas not producing insulin. So these things, all these things mess you up in various ways, you know. And herein is the wisdom and understanding of these laws, the beauty that when you keep them, you have good health. You have a sound mind. You have judgment, you have prudence. Really, these are the treasures of life if you want to get down to it. You know, because regardless of any amount of riches or luxuriance anyone can give you, if you don't have your health and your sound mind, I'm sorry, but it's no better than, you know, you being poor renting an apartment or damn near being on the streets, because you can't even enjoy that. You got to wake up in pain. Your head is pounding. You have a pain in your stomach or somewhere in your body. Your feet are on fire. These are plagues, man. These are serious plagues, man. All right? These are serious fucking plagues. Researchers believe that the most likely way this happens is through blood circulation, the river of life. Right? It is known that air pollutants, particularly small particles, can affect the heart and blood vessels, including the brain. To the brain, Slovakia, the study reads, the evidence that links exposure to air pollutants to effects on the brain has become stronger over the past 15 to 20 years. The report says among the potential mechanisms to produce an adverse effect on brain activity is the translocation of small particles from the lung to the bloodstream and hence to the brain, because the body is connected, right? Air pollutions might also stimulate immune cells in the brain that may then damage nerve cells, although it isn't clear whether it is an important factor at current pollution levels in the UK, the researchers said. At the same time, while the research has found a link between dementia and air pollutants, its authors say that they do not have enough data to show or say how many dementia cases are due to this cause, and they will never bring that out, right? Because that will hold officials and liable, right? Certain officials and important people. The report also says that there is evidence that air pollution increases the risk of cardiovascular, including cerebrovascular disease, which is known to have an adverse effect on mental health. In light of these things, COMIAP has recommended to conduct further research to delve deeper into the issues. So it says, according to the UK National Health Service, more than 850,000 people in Britain suffer from dementia. So, like I said, this is hell. And I'm going to end it off on the script that we all should know. This is Revelation 11:18, and the nations were angry. You're seeing that right now. Everyone's rising up. War. Taiwan. There's news again in Taiwan today, right? So that war is that potentially could kick off between Taiwan and China. So there's a bunch of things happening right now, right? Nations are angry. You're seeing riots and nations lifting up because they're finding out through what? Mainly this feed horn, the unicorn, the internet, the truth about the bankers and globalists, right? And the time, it's like, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, which is these other nations, they're dead. They're dead to their nationality as well. They're spiritual. They're morally, they're just dead, right? That they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, right? And them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldst destroy them which destroy the earth, right? Let's look up that word destroy in the Greek. So I'm going to play it.
Strong's G 1311. Diaphthyro.
Diaphthyro, which means to change for the worse, to corrupt of minds, morals, to destroy, ruin, to destroy, to kill, to rot thoroughly. Jeez. Yo, pervert, corrupt. This is Esau, man, the son of perdition. This is the son of perdition, man. This is what time we're living in. So, brothers, man, check your wardrobes. Whatever you can change, I would change. Especially at least your underwear, bro. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, because that's... Listen, man. We got to get out of here. At the end of the day, you know, this is not a do-it-yourself, fix everything. But this is just a little heads up. And just to show you the depth of how wicked this man is. And there's even more... I'm sure there's more levels of, you know, madness that the brothers and apostles and the elders and all the great men are bringing out daily in this wicked place. All right, so with that, kahalayim la Yahweh ba'ashem Yahushai ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Kwame Asherallah. Shalom.